Hello, all my lovely jubblies out there. It's good to see you again. Welcome back to the channel. Another Ricky Gervais reaction today. And this one, Ricky Gervais is going to be reading the Bible, apparently. So, I'm not sure. It's always dodgy with Ricky Gervais for me, personally, because I feel like I've seen half of his stand-ups, or probably over half of them. But I don't know, the background doesn't look familiar, so I'm going to check this one out, see if I've seen this before. Probably not, but we'll see. Anyway, remember to like, subscribe, do whatever you guys want, and let's see what Ricky Gervais has to say about the Bible. Here we go.
And because I want this show to be educational and thought-provoking, and not just a bit of stand-up, I will, of course, be touching on the most violent and destructive animal on the planet. The giant gorilla, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look at him. So, some people think the most violent and destructive animal on the planet is man. Hello? Look at him. That would rip a man to pieces. Think, look. Look at the size of him. They're buildings. God, no man would. The worst, most prolific mass murderer would. Dr. Harold Shipman wouldn't be able to. He would not. How would he get that in an armchair when its kids were out? It wouldn't. He couldn't. Fuck off! Fuck off! Look at it. Worst dictators in the world. Who's killed the Pol Pot? He's killed the most. 100,000. You know who Pol Pot is, the bloke in charge of Cambodia. He killed 100,000 people. He'd shit himself if he saw that. This is absolutely true. He rounded up anyone he thought was intellectual and had them executed. Absolutely true, 100,000 of them. And how he told whether someone was intellectual or not was whether they wore glasses. If they're that clever, take them off when they see him coming.
I think it had something to do with people's watches, too, or something like that. It wasn't 100,000. It was like millions. It was like, percentage-wise, it was like the worst one. It was, it dropped Cambodia's population by a full quarter. Like 25, some people even think like 30 or 35%, I believe. Nothing like a little history lesson with a stand-up comedy reaction, right? Democratic Kampuchea, that crazy place, from 1975 until his overthrow in 1979. So 4 years. It took him 4 years to eradicate a quarter of his people's population. That is fucking batshit insane and pure evil. So, yeah, so here, where is this decision? Yeah, the, I don't know how to pronounce this, the Khmer Rouge, I don't know, Khmer Rouge, it's spelled like Rouge, I believe, but anyway, they perpetrated the Cambodian genocide, in which an estimated 1.5 to 2 million people died, approximately 1/4 of the country's pre-genocide population. Oh my God. And what stopped it was Vietnam's invasion. Not a lot of people know about that, at least in the States. I don't know about wherever anyone who's watching this is from, if it's not the United States. But most people in the States don't know any of this shit. Unfortunately. Probably because they try to hide it, because, you know, it was that theory that, you know, if Vietnam falls, then the rest of the countries fall, and then India falls, and then Europe falls, and then next is Chicago, you know. But once we finally got out of there, they all just started killing each other. Anyway, back to this.
They're thick, don't you? They're thick. Yeah, well, kick it up. Look out, here comes Pol Pot. All right. Yeah, not too bad, yeah. All right, yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah, lovely, it is, yeah. And we're like, oh, going through, see you later, yeah, see you later. Fucking wanker. That's... I could solve the world's problems if I cared. Oh. Not all gorillas are that big, obviously, but they're still pretty big. You see a mountain gorilla up close in the zoo or, you know, in the wild, kill it before it... No, I'm joking, they're very passive. They're honestly very passive, totally vegetarian. Unlike some great apes like chimps and bonobos, they get a bloodlust, they hunt a monkey. A gorilla will only ever eat vegetation. It will never attack unless provoked. And this was illustrated quite well a few years ago. Do you remember when that little toddler fell in the gorilla enclosure at the zoo? He was about 3, and he fell down and he knocked himself unconscious. And this big silverback, his name was Jambo, just started walking towards him, and the people he was with and the people...
I was about to say, it wasn't Harambe. That's for damn sure.
So they were going spare, they were screaming, they didn't know what to do, they were at their wits' end. They filmed it.
Yeah.
Didn't completely lose the plot. They probably figured if we lose him, we make 250 quid. I mean, insurance, not a complete disaster. Send it back, Jeremy Biddle, that big one off Emma, what's her name, Ermintrude. I don't know. I don't watch like that. But the mountain gorilla came and sat with him, just looked after him until the authorities got in, shooed him away, and it was fine. The kid was absolutely fine, and they didn't send it off. But it was fine, it was a happy ending, and that's fairly typical. I was watching that with my nan, and she was getting on a bit then. And, well, she's dead now, but... And, it's true. She said, look at that, he was lucky, because usually they gobble them straight up. Usually. How many kids has she thrown to the gorillas in her time? She also said, right, she's dead now, but she was on the way then, and, from the neck up. But, do you remember the Strangeways riots about 10 years ago? And the prisoners were up on the roof for about 3 days, and the guards and police couldn't do anything. They were ripping the place to pieces. They were putting the tiles off, and they were just throwing it down for about 3 days. She went, look at them. They should be locked up. Very rare, luckily, giant gorilla. One official sighting, New York, 1930s. Made the news because it grabbed a starlet of the time, Fay Ray. She's pretty big.
I don't know why I found that so funny. I think it's because I genuinely, like, when he first brought up the picture, I didn't even think to look at how strange her size is compared to the buildings. Holy shit. Oh. Sometimes when I do these you guys know, I laugh at the dumbest fucking thing in there. Or the dumbest joke. Oh, that was funny.
I used to think we evolved from apes. Darwin's theory of evolution through natural selection seemed pretty watertight. But in doing research for this show, I came across a theory that deviates from Darwin's, and I believe that. I just found it in a dusty old book in a library. It's called the Bible.
Yeah.
And Darwin was wrong. We didn't evolve, God made us. So I just want to explain to you exactly how that happened. Okay. The first book of Moses, commonly called Genesis. Start at the beginning. Fairly big book, but... Friday, innit? Lock the doors. Okay. Took me 4 years to get this platform. Now they listen. Do you Just think if I'd have blown it, just going door to door. Right, okay. Some of the things you'll hear do sound a little bit far-fetched, I admit that. I thought it was a bit, but then I found out that the other name for the Bible is the Gospel, so it is all true. So, luckily, clue is in the title. Okay.
It was like a dad joke.
It's the Bible. Okay. Chapter 1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. It doesn't go into detail. He doesn't need to explain to you. You probably understand it because he's got a massive brain. Yours is little, and you go, "What?" He goes, "Don't. What? Just trust me. I did." And also, if he explained it to you, it would like ruin the enigma. Do you know what I mean? You'd go, "That's amazing." He just says it's a trick, and you go, "Oh." So it's like seeing. No, it's like if David Blaine did something, and you go, "Oh, that is real magic," and you go, "No, I'm just standing on one leg and lifting the other up." Easy. So. Keeps his cards very close to his chest. God's good luck to him. He can do what he wants. He can do anything, so he can do what he wants. Okay, here we go. In the beginning, God created heaven and earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. Bit dark, he sorted that out. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Huh? Isn't that brilliant? Hey? Oh, come on, that's amazing. He made light up.
There's another stand-up special that he did that has like a version of this. This one's a little bit different. For those of you who watched the last Ricky Gervais reaction I did, he does that. I feel like there's a special he does in the UK and then the one in the States, and then they both have similar jokes that are just reworded. You know, so I think that does happen with him because I do feel like I've seen this exact bit. Just worded differently.
It was dark. It was nothing before. It's not like he saw someone on holiday and went, "That'll be good back on Earth." He made it up. Do you not? He invented. There was nothing to go by. It wasn't like there was twilight and he went, "Let's have that a little bit brighter." He just went, "Let there be light," and at the speed of light, he didn't go, "Let there be light." Come on, I'm busy. It's the first day. I've got a lot to do. I've only got 7 days. Do you know what I mean? And he probably didn't have to say it. He did say it, but he could have gone, "That's exactly what I was thinking of. Brilliant." Do you know what I mean? Come on, he's amazing. What are you? Free your minds. Listen, right? Okay. So he did the light, invented it, which means that he created the heaven and the earth in the dark. Fucking hell.
He's God.
How good is that? I'd have gone, right, let's have a little bit of light on the situation. Let's see what we're doing. Right. I need some planets.
That voice was funny. I need some planets. Oh, man. Yeah. I found the first half more interesting just because I feel like I've seen the second half. You know, I definitely saw a version of that second half in a stand-up that he did that was on, I believe it aired on HBO. That's how I became introduced to Ricky Gervais, by the way. So I was actually talking about this on a live stream because I've been a Ricky Gervais fan long before any of these reactions. It was the one piece of British comedy that I was exposed to, I guess. Because he had specials on HBO. His show Extras was on HBO. Also, Life's Too Short, The Ricky Gervais Show. I think that was it for the stuff that was on HBO. Afterlife and Derek were on Netflix. But by that time, I already knew who he was. But yeah, I think it was like late 2000s, or the very beginning of 2010s when I was like, "Who is this guy? He's killing me. He's cracking me up." Been a fan ever since. But anyway, because of that, I feel like in one of those HBO specials, that second half of this video, there was a bit that was very similar. I think it was the same bit. He just reworded it, but. In a way, it's actually more interesting because you see it. It's not the exact same thing, copy and paste. You know. So anyway, good stuff there. Always good to see Ricky. Some of his little like throwaway comments are the funniest to me, because like there's nothing like really. He doesn't deliver them like hard like other comedians. He just kind of just tosses it to the side. It's like, here you go. There's a little nugget of comedy there. Anyway, good stuff. Always good to see Ricky. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Remember to like, subscribe, do whatever you guys want, and I will see you again soon. Have a great day. Stay safe.